Day 5 in the Big Brother house. This is the road to 1000 elo. Today we're going to be doing 30-minute rapid games because the 10 minutes ones are just too quick. I can't think straight. My eyes start going googly. Get down. Let's get straight into this, yo. Let's wipe that on theatre mode to make it a bit bigger. Here we go. Sick of sucking at chess, I know that much. Okay, we're playing black. Keep it simple. Simple opening. Okay. Suppose we'll just replicate you then. Develop our pieces. So is that free piece? It's a free piece, isn't it? Yeah, because he's not even pulled the pawn forward. Thank you. Now I'm thinking go straight up. Take his king, his rook. Why not? See if we can do some damage with the queen. Actually, if I just go there, that's checkmate, isn't it? Oh, I seen it. Still check. 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 You go there. I go there with the backing of the rook. Putting pressure on you. You can't go there because the queen will come back. You could go there. Do I just come after you with everything? Or, even still, if I just bring the queen in, then you could go up. You could still go across. I'm going to bring the queen in now. Okay. If I bring the bishop to b4, that puts you in check. Then you have to move again. It blocks off this entrance anyway. Well, it did. Not anymore. Don't particularly want to lose. Oh, actually, yeah, he forked me. Unless put you in check. Now you got to drop your queen, haven't you? Because you can't go there. To go queen for queen. Hang on, if I put you in check again, you could take. Put you in check. There's got to be a way to get this without losing my queen. Surely Bassy. I don't want to lose my bishop for no reason. Okay. If I put my bishop... If I put my knight on d4, that puts you in check and also forks your queen. Which means you would have to take with your pawn on c3, which would free up my bishop from being taken. So knight jumps in. Fork the queen and king. You take, freeing my bishop. Then my queen. Oh, snap. The queen's in line with his bishop just to be taken. I'm going for it. I'm actually just going for it. Check. Okay. Like I say. Let's free my bishop. Now I need to be careful. I can't put him in check again. I need to get my queen out of the way. I'm thinking. What am I thinking? Well, I've messed up this side of his board anyway. Both these files wide open. My pawn structure is still in good nick. Do I cut my losses, drop my queen back, bring her back into safety, continue to develop my pieces? That's what I'm going to do. I tried. I went up there. I went up to the other side of the field, the battlefield. I tried to get him in the checkmate, but I couldn't. Because I suck. Okay. He's coming out all guns blazing on my queen. Obviously, I don't want to go there because he's got his bishop on c4, which can come down and take me. However, if I bring my queen to c6, that essentially pins his king. That's what I'm going to do. Now he can't move his bishop. Then if I push my pawn to b5, take his bishop, he takes, create a bit more room or something like that. Or, okay, what have you done there? You're attacking for the checkmate. Okay. I see. So basically what I need to do is push my pawn forward to stop the checkmate from happening. Then you can't take my pawn. You can't take that pawn because I can take you. That's what needs to happen right now. Right, I need to get this pawn, like I said I was going to do, attack. Then I also need to push my bishop out, get the castle in to protect my king. So two things at once. Push a pawn, attack the bishop. Okay, I'm in check. Can't do nothing. I could bring my bishop back. Yep. I'm going to do that. If I bring my bishop... Oh, you're on for my rook. He's coming with that same energy. Okay. If you want to be dumb, you got to be tough. When you get knocked down, you got to get back up. Right. I have no choice. I'm going to lose the rook. But as soon as that happens, I'm going to put him back in check. Rook and pony. Unless... Yeah, that pony's gone as well. Can't see... How's... How's he not seeing that? How's he not seeing that? Oh, he has. If he takes that now, then I can take him. I don't understand what he's just done there. If I put you in check, I feel like I need to castle my king. That's what I need to do. I need to castle my king this way. If you take, I'm just going to take you. But I need to get my bishop out. He can't move his bishop because he's still pinned. So if I was to move now, all I'm really doing is losing my tempo and giving him tempo. I need to watch out what that bishop's doing, actually. Oh, yeah, he can't move it anyway, but it could essentially support something. Yeah, if he brings his queen down now, I could take with my rook. So that isn't quite checkmate, but he's very close. If he pushes his rook, I can also take. And then he takes with his queen, I will be able to take it. Cause oh no, okay. I can't even, I'm in the same predicament. I'm in the same predicament. I might have to start chasing this check around now. If I check him, where can you move? You can move down. And then I could essentially move down. You take, I take, but then the queens are off the board, taking some of this pressure away. You could also move one square there. And that's the end of that. Because I won't be able to do anything else after that. Not looking good. Not looking good. If I push this pawn forward, I need to stop this. That's what I need to do. I'm thinking, hop my pony in, or my knight. You take with your bishop, then I can't take. So we're in the same predicament. Can I just take his rook right now? I can't. If I push across, you come in, same predicament. If I come across my queen, you take, I take, you take, I take. Oh no, I can't because I'm a king. This sucks, bro. This sucks. Come on, think about it now. If I push that pawn forward, you just take. But then I take. Because if I push my pawn forward to d6, I put pressure on your queen. So the odds are you will then take with your queen. Otherwise, you're going to lose it. At that point, I take with my pony or my knight, whatever you want to call it. And then that's your queen off the board. At that point, you would then take with your rook. And you'll be backed by your bishop. But I'll be able to get out of the way with my king. Because you can only go forward with your rook. I think that'll work. Okay, you didn't take with your rook. And I can't take either. But if I take your rook out, you take with the queen. That is checkmate. If I move across now and you drop, that I could get away with. Or I could take you out with my queen. Yeah. I come across to d8. You drop your rook to e8. I take your rook with my queen. You take my queen with your queen. I take your queen, my king. Oh no, his bishop's on. So I'd have to. I think it's done. I'll have to move up. And then at that point, you just drop your queen. My brain can't handle all this. How have I got into this predicament? So he's got me in check twice, which means I have to move. At that point, you drop your queen. Which I could then take. How the hell did he turn that game around? And that's the power of the bishops. New game. This is painful. I can't lie. Seriously painful. I can't even muster up the energy to talk because all I keep doing is losing and it's driving me absolutely potty. So basically, he's got both his bishops right out. He's backing them with his knights. He's only opened his 2 pawns out, pushing both forward. Guy clearly knows what he's doing. What have I done? I've got my knight out, which is being backed by my bishop. I've got this bishop controlling this file. I've not developed my fourth piece, or whatever, and my queen's under fire. I can't take his bishop, because he'll just take me. I could push this pawn forward, allow him to take. I think that's what I'm going to do. And if he does take, I can then take him. I need to finish developing. So he basically wants me to chase him out, which I'm not going to do. Let's finish developing. So now I've got my knights backing each other. Also my bishop controlling the diagonally. This bishop's now blocked in. However, could bring it out and control the diagonally, which I'll probably do, because I like the look of that. I do like the look of that. Is he all bark, no bite? That's how it feels so far. So I'm thinking, yeah, I want to get that bishop out, control that file. This bishop's controlling that file. Yeah, because now look, he wants to get his queen involved. As soon as I bring out, I was saying that. Pardon me. If I do that, then this pawn's left hanging. So first of all, I'm going to castle. Now it's protected. Then bring my bishop out and control that file. So now if his bishop was to take my pawn on f3, I can take my rook. I need to stop leaving things hanging. I also need to get my queen off this bottom rank so that my rooks can protect each other. So he's castled this side. So I realistically need to start thinking about developing my attack down the left flank. But before I do that, I'm going to bring this bishop out to control this file and also hit him with a check at the same time. The odds are he'll move one square left. Because why? You're not going to bring your rook. You're not going to bring your queen. You're not going to bring your knight. So the odds are he'll move there. At that point, I'm probably going to bring my bishop out so I can bring my queen out as well. And in that way, my bishop will control that rank, be backed by my queen. I like the sound of that. First things first, when I move this, what am I losing? It's currently protecting the knight, but if you take, I have got a second defender. You've only got one attacker yourself. Your queen's blocked in at the moment. Let's do that, because my queen's going to come as the second defender again now anyway. What are you thinking? You could bring your knight, your knight down, but I can take, you take, I take. So that's two pieces for a pawn and a piece. you could bring your knight in. I take a piece for a piece. You take your pawn. So I suppose I don't really want to put my queen there then, because if that happens, I would need to hop my knight out of the way and leave my queen exposed for the taking. I think what I'm going to do then, because he's sort of coming down here attacking my king, but if he brings his knight in, like I say, I can take, like, this bishop is doing serious bits right now. You know what I mean? So I think what I'm going to do is push my pawn on a2 to a3, putting pressure on his knight. At that point, he's either going to take or retreat. If he takes, I take. That frees up this file and start getting an attack on the go. He can't bring his queen down because my bishop won't allow him. So you want to go bishop for bishop. But then this bishop's covering so much. Whereas if you take and then I take, I push, you take, I take, you take. No, I don't like that. I've only got one attacker on that square. He's got 1, 2, 3. But there's no real way of getting another one on there. Unless I just hop in. Putting pressure on his queen. He takes. Oh, he's got. I take. He takes with his bishop. Even then, he's put me in check. And I've got nothing to take him back. Unless I put my queen here. If I put my queen on d2 and then he takes, then I can take him back. I could take him. He takes me. All hell breaks loose. So the last thing I want to do is allow him to take me and free up that file. So I'm just going to protect my bishop for now. If he jumps in with his knight, I'll have to take it and just deal with the consequences. But I don't need that pawn to be leaving that file anytime soon. Still got my pawn protected. Still got my knight blocking off the queen. Sorry, my bishop. At this point now, if he doesn't take, I could put more pressure on him. He could take, I could take. And start getting 2 rooks involved down the left. What I need to try and do is bring the battle this way. But he's trying to bring it this way. Because we've castled on opposite sides. So, moral of the story. Defenders on this side. Attackers on this side. For me. I suppose that's what I need to keep in my head right now. Don't move anything until I've analysed what the piece I'm moving was originally doing. What was its job before? This bishop, for example, he's trying to lure me in. But if he takes, I take. That's why I brought the queen there. I could now hop in. Oh no. Because although I put pressure on the queen, his knight comes into play. Okay. So now, this knight's not doing anything. So if I take, you take, I take, you take. Your queen's free. Pawn remains. Take, 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 take. Take, 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 take. In fact, you know what I'll do? Take, take. Knight on a rim, grim. Pressure on the bishop. You take with your bishop. Take, take. Pressure. I think I need to get my king out of the way before I do anything. You take, I can take. So I don't necessarily need to take this either. Why am I thinking I have to take it? If I put my bishop out, you are then essentially... I'm pinning the queen again. So then the queen can't come this way. He can't move his knight. Because then that bishop is also... Yeah, I think I'm going to bring my bishop out and pin the queen. Or pin the knight. And then get my king out of the way. And if he takes, so be it. If he takes that way, so be it. Get my king out of the way. Or maybe... So I'll just stick him in the corner? Or is that dangerous? What isn't dangerous? That's a real question. Okay. Okay. I see what you did there. So if I take now, then you take. But at the same time... Oh, hang on a minute. I jump in now. You can't take, and then your queen is in jeopardy. If you do take, I take. And if you don't, I take anyway. And then you can't take because I can take you again. You can't drop because I can take you. Might buy me buy me some time. I think at this point I need to get rid of his knight if I can. It's a question of when do I play what moves, though. This is another thing I need to fix about my game, and maybe now I'm playing 30-minute games, it will allow me to do it. On me, but with the 10-minute games, obviously it didn't, and that is basically rather than rush my plan, do the necessary steps to let the plan play out. Don't be too eager. Like that night, I knew the whole time I'll be able to put pressure on his queen. But I also knew that his knight would just take mine. So when I moved the bishop out to pin his knight in, and then move my knight in, that obviously prevents him being able to take me. And now I've got pressure on his queen. Two ways. His queen basically has to move. She can't go there. She can't go there because my knight is stopping it from happening. My bishop, sorry. So she has to go back. She has to go back. And then if she goes back, I can then take his knight anyway and put pressure on his rook. On both rooks, actually. Because if she drops back and I take, not only am I putting pressure on his rook on h8, I'm also putting pressure on his rook. Okay. Nice move. He's forked me. How's he found that? Did you just type that into a generator? God damn. And not only that, I'm in check. So I'm about to lose my queen after all that. Unless I just take his knight. Which I can't because I'm in check. That's crazy. That's crazy. Am I about to lose this? Push. He takes. Unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. Can't believe it. It's like no matter what I do, they always find the best moves. Okay. He's got me pinned. He's also got me in check. I can't move my king at all. Can't move there. Can't move there. Can't move there. Which means I have to eliminate this threat. So whatever happens, he's going to take my queen. After that, my second rook's on for the taking. I could push my queen there. He takes. Push my rook up. He takes. Lose both my rooks and my queen. But I never had a choice. Never had a choice. So now he takes my queen and I'm in the same boat. At that point, I have to push my rook up. And then he takes my rook. Then I take his bishop. His bishop's about to take my queen and my rook. And after all that dust is settled, his knight will take my second rook. So, after all that, all this nonsense, for nothing. For nothing. And if he doesn't take that now, you can kiss your queen goodbye. Now he's going to take that. I mean, best case scenario, somehow I managed to get his queen off the board. Even then, he's going to take my knight. Take my rook. These two are gone. That's my queen, my rook, my knight, my rook. What have you just done? Put me in check. I don't believe it. I actually don't believe this. Now he's going to take my knight. If he's not punching, if he ain't cheating right now with some other device somewhere, I can't say my rook really because he takes, and then what? Bring my rook somewhere. Okay. Maybe I can. Oh no, I'm in check again. Fucking hell. This is crazy, honestly. He takes. I take. So now he's. As he just took. He's about to take both my bishops. I'm not having it. I'm not having that. This is just an ordinary guy. Joined 3 days ago. That seems suspicious. That seems suspicious. Can't lie. In fact, you know what? Let's get you out. Get rid of you. All seems a bit suspicious to me. Not gonna lie. Look at that again. Night gone. Bang. See you later. Check again. See you later. Phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I have to try and get my... I think I'm going to quit this game. somehow. Oh no. I don't think I could take. The power of the queen. Relentless. Relentless. Fighting a losing battle. What's he taking so long for? What's he doing punching codes into a computer? What's taking so long, bro? You got a queen, 2 rooks, and all your pawns. I don't get it. What's taking so long? I refuse to resign. That's my problem. If you're still here at this point, fair play. That should be checkmate. Push that forwards. That would have been checkmate. This guy sucks ass. Maybe that was all a fluke before. Maybe it was. I honestly don't get it. See this guy's profile. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm out. See you later.